Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Foxman Plays Planet Coaster, our creative series. I hope things are going well. Whatever time of day it is, I hope you're, hopefully a little relaxed and comfortable and all that. Gonna be a bit of a shorter-ish episode, I guess. I always say that, and you know how it goes out, but we'll see. I do kind of have a game plan, and I would like to stick to it as much as possible. I did a little bit of kind of fiddling around beforehand just to make sure going into this that I could try to stick to that schedule. But yeah, so because we're on a schedule, I am yet again gonna kind of delay working on the coaster. But don't worry, that is gonna be coming up soon. But something that I think you might kind of be like, oh, it's kind of lame, but I really do want to work on because it's like just where all my momentum is directed at is having a little jut out area that I talked about in the last episode. And actually, independently of that, people had previously mentioned that with this walkways, kind of break it up, have some areas where you can kind of come out. So it's pretty cool to see that some of us are seeing eye to eye on this, because this is a long segment and I think it would just be nice. Another suggestion, I'm not going to be working on it this episode, but when I was talking about connecting a pathway kind of here, like, oh, what do we put on the left side, right? I thought maybe some shops and such, but the idea was mentioned of a green belt, and that works really well for this park in general because in Ontario in particular, there's the Green Belt. It's a big provincial, it's like huge. But yeah, it's this provincial initiative kind of thing, and basically the Green Belt is around, the greater Toronto area and more. And it's a means of being like, hey, development, F off. Don't go beyond this kind of thing. So it's more to kind of intensify the existing infrastructure and help prevent sprawl, because again, there's tons of room. Ontario is a huge province, so it's kind of cool. It works. And when you're like, well, what is a green belt? It's just like, it's nature. It's a designated kind of natural area, and I mean, they usually look like a belt, right? It's kind of a skinny line. Well, not skinny on the scale of Canada, but anyways, I'm thinking, yeah, we could do one that would, it would end somewhere around here, but it would go this way, and then maybe it goes this way and or this way, just to kind of give ourselves a bit of a buffer and such. And it would mostly be trees and a few bushes and stuff. Of course, we need to manage that there's not too much. And this is one of the criticisms. It was mentioned as well, like, hey man, why not, flesh out more of the park and focus less on detail. Thing is, sometimes you need to do detail to kind of know how you're gonna ultimately flesh out the rest of the park. That's why I've been spending a decent amount of time working on this, because it's helping me figure out how I'm going to construct buildings and stuff. I can get used to certain materials and repeat them in the buildings. So this detail is actually going to help me flesh out the rest of the park. So I just wanted to kind of address that. As well, it's not like I'm fully detailing every inch of stuff. I'm kind of doing little pockets and just little areas to kind of just show, I guess, what the whole thing will look like eventually. And just show a little sample. It's like a little sampler. You go to Costco on Saturday, you eat, you go with an empty belly, and you'll leave with a full one. You get all those samples. So anyways, yeah, but this is I'm spending a lot of time on this because I'm learning a lot, and I need to keep actively doing this kind of stuff to get halfway decent, and just for it to really sink in. So, without further ado, what I'm working on this episode is just a little jut out area. And I don't want it to be central, because that's just too symmetrical for me. I'm trying to work with nature, kind of. Nature is and it isn't perfect. I mean, at least on a larger scale, It's not perfect, but it's interesting. That's what makes it interesting, right? Because everywhere you look, it's something kind of different, and it's not really as predictable. So I was thinking, well, we could do it here. We'll just use these kind of trees. I could get rid of the trees, but why not try to work around them a little bit? So I was thinking the thing could go here in between these guys, or here. We've got a good area here, and I like it better here because there's going to be, I don't know, shops and all sorts of stuff over here. So when they walk down this way, it's like, if it's right here, it's like, oh, they didn't really have to walk far. If it's here, it's kind of, they've got to walk a little ways before they can come in here. There'll be some more benches and they can kind of like a little pit stop. So I like that. And as well, I definitely want to have the creek kind of going through. And it's actually, I was thinking we could do a hollow archway so that it could actually go right through it. Because I was wondering how I would do that with the creek. I didn't want to have to go around it. We could, but we'll see if I can design around that. The one thing with I want the creek to connect up here. Problem is the water, the physics, as they currently work in the game, right? It won't flow downhill. So what I'm going to have to do is make kind of a little creek here and actually stop it somewhere around here. And we'll probably just end up at the end point putting some rocks and stuff like that to make it look like it doesn't really stop. And then we'll continue it. We'll do the same kind of thing, put some rocks, boulders, and have the creek kind of coming this way. And then we might do another section of that, and then it can kind of come down here. So I don't think I'm going to be working on the creek this episode because that will take a decent amount of time. Let's just get the built infrastructure in, and then next episode that could be something we can start looking at fleshing out. So yeah, let's just get to it. I am going to, let me see here. Let's just copy this guy and start fleshing it out. I don't know exactly how big I want this bad boy to be, and that's okay. We're just gonna wing it. What I will do, I guess we can, let's see. Yeah, let's start it there. We're gonna have to fix some stuff up because we're going at 90-degree angles, so some of this stuff is not gonna work quite as well. Let me see here. Now, what I'm actually going to do, because I was looking through some of the assets beforehand, I'm going to delete this last one there. Delete this stuff for now. The corners are going to need some special treatment, which I'll come back to at some point. Alright. Now let's get this guy again. Duplicate. Duplicate. Boom. So this is, you can see what I'm talking about, right? This corner doesn't, this corner, the inner corner works well enough. But the outer one, I still might want to do something kind of custom there, just because I don't really like how this, it's okay, but we still have to fix it up a little bit there, and the light, gotta get rid of that, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much in this episode. But definitely the corners are tricky business. I'm going to do, this definitely needs to be longer. We'll do like that. Give it some beef. And you know, I'm also thinking too, the creek is going to go through. We're going to hollow out these two. And on the other side, it'll go through. But then we can't lead it to here because we can't terraform past here. The Plus, this kind of naturally is going uphill a bit, so I figured we can just have kind of like a smaller little pond right here, and it'll fit in very well. We just need to make sure that the terrain, like, it looks like it's kind of going downhill for the most part. But, I mean, it is relatively flat, so it should be easy to work with. And I think that'll be nice, because then people will be able to look over and see the little pond here. It just kind of fills the space, and then we can do whatever the heck up there. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about it. Oh, shoot, you know what? I'm going to start from the other end. It'll make it easier. So how you guys doing, though? How's your weekend? I'm, like, the reason this is a shorter episode is because I was at my parents' this weekend. And I always try, I try to leave early on Sundays. You know, like, I'll go either, like, late on a Friday night after work. But usually I'll go on Sunday or Saturday morning, and then I try to leave earlier on Sunday so I can get back on Sunday. It only takes an hour and a half drive, but still, you never know with traffic and stuff, and it's the holidays coming up, so people are shopping. And, yeah, let's just get rid of this. But, yeah, I always try to leave early, and then it's like, oh, well, why don't we'll have a late lunch or an early dinner kind of thing. It's like, you know, my mom she loves to cook for her kids. I'm the youngest. I got 2 older brothers, an older sister. I mean, they're all, you know, they got families of their own and whatnot. So anyways, you know, because Sundays are my days where I try to get stuff done around the apartment, right? I generally feel motivated and productive and all that. You know, it's and I enjoy it. I enjoy cleaning. I enjoy it, but you got to be in the mood sometimes. You got to be in that kind of productive mode. Oh, shoot. Something went wrong there. All right, let's just do this kind of more piece by piece then. So yeah, but it's later on a Sunday. I had a few things shopping wise I had to pick up as well in the day, and you know, it's good though. But now it's later, and here I am. One thing too, so you can see there's like a lot of gap here, and I don't like if we pull the terrain up with just grass, like it's gonna look pretty steep. What I'm thinking we could actually do is, let's exit out of that to get the grid away, is almost build up right here like a very steep, and we'll paint it with the rock texture, but we'll make it kind of like a small little kind of cliffy plateau sort of thing on the end here, and then we'll leave the rest of this pretty much as is, and we can throw in a few rocks and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool too, because I don't want to build the wall all the way down, because then it's like it's just more stone and it'll look bland and stuff. I think it'll look too tall. But if we kind of, you know, have a marriage between this and then a natural sort of rocky cliff sort of wall, I think that'll work quite well, and it'll look interesting. And I'm going to do that. Nah, probably not in this episode, but I just wanted to put it out there, the idea. So then you guys can maybe get excited about it. I'm excited about it internally. I'm like, I can't wait to do that. But again, priorities. So now let's do... So we're going to have 3 arches, and then these 2... We're going to use there's a larger arch, which I think is going to be nice, because it just mixes it up a little bit. Because we got all these smaller arches, which are fine. They're fine. But I want the big one too. We'll see though. I mean, if it looks bad when I put it in, then, well, we can get rid of it. So let's... Wait, did I remove... Okay. So we go to custom, we go to walls, arches, and then rough. It's this guy. Shoot. Although the color's off. Why is it... There we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, let's just place this for a second. Get rid of this guy. Let's move you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Duplicate and rotate. And I'm actually going to double up on this just to give it a little more oomph. 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 Oh yeah, I gotta remove these dudes. My bad. Alright, so you see, I think that looks better than having, you know, we could have done 2 of these small ones and then just have this kind of central point kind of come right down center, but then that doesn't work as well for the stream. I don't know, I feel like that's gonna be better. And then what I'm gonna do is actually get a bunch of these. Unfortunately, we can't really do an arched ceiling, you know, to match this archway. Bit of a bummer, but I'm gonna just try and oopsies, I'll fix that. Try and use some wood rather than stone, just to, you know, make it look, I guess, I don't know, give it some warmth, I guess. I don't want too much stone in here. And I'm also going to place more of the archways throughout, because I feel like that'll give it a bit of a nice rhythm to it. So let's get rid of this guy. Duplicate. Let's just see here. Let's go like double up on them, and then let's make it easier. Duplicate. See if we can do every other 2. Oh, dude. Don't you love it when things just work out perfectly? I feel like that's fine. Doing it every single one would have been meh. Every single 4 would have been meh. Every 3 probably wouldn't have worked. I can dig that. Alright, so now we gotta go to roof. Get rid of this rough. Let's put in wood though. Actually, you know what? I like the modern, see, because it's like we can do multiple seamlessly. I do generally prefer where's like I like the rougher wood, but I don't like how there's the frame around it, right? So I'm gonna go with this, even though it looks a bit, maybe a bit too clean. I still think it's gonna look better. Yeah, and we'll have the boards running this way in the direction of the tunnel. People won't be allowed in here. I think a decent idea might be at some point when we're in the detailing phase in another episode is to like put kind of like a gate, not a gate, but or like a fence, you know, some kind of physical barrier for humans. Nothing that's actually going to stop the water from going through. I mean, you know what I mean, theoretically. It's not going to stop the water in the game because it's not really flowing, but you can see how these archways are already helping, and actually that wood looks kind of nice. We still need to put these little knobby jobbies down there, but again, I'm going to do all that stuff later. This is actually looking not too shabby already. I'm alright with that. Alright. Now comes the fun part. Let me see here. I've got to... So there's going to be a pathway that goes around the perimeter. And to make my life easier, I'm going to use the 4-meter grid of this stuff, which might seem a little small, but I think it'll be okay. That looks cool, by the way. I like this wood. The modern wood, it's nice. So let's just start by... I gotta remove this stuff just for now. And then we gotta go to terrain. Want to do you. Yeah, let's I don't know if that's gonna show through in the ceiling below, but we can remove it. That's fine. But we only need to do it. Actually, yeah, we gotta cover the whole thing. That's fine. Actually, get rid of that. There we go. Come on. And we'll do the cleanup. We'll get around the edges in a minute. I just want to get the bulk of this. Looking good. And this last bit there. Shoot. Yo, that looks like a penis merging into the wall. You saw it. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, now we go, let's go down to like 1. Just so we can get kind of close. Shit. Keep going off grid there. Obviously, yeah, we're gonna have to fix up those little guys. Don't worry. We will. And, yeah, we just need to get this pretty... Why is this being a jackass there? Doesn't matter. This doesn't need to go all the way. I would like to get closer, though. And we'll push it in after. There we go. Hopefully there are no conflicts with the path, because it's going to follow the edge here. This is looking good, though. And you can't see anything poking out. Yeah, we definitely gotta figure out how we're going to do that corner there, or both corners. We ain't gonna half-ass this. We're whole-assing this, man. If you're doing something, it's worth jumping in with your whole ass. Alright? That's the way I think of it. There we go. So I think we're pretty smooth. I'm just gonna up this a bit more. Should generally work. Okay, now to show you the next steps. Pathway. We're gonna start. Wait. Do not tell me. Oh, you sick son of a bitch. How is it too uneven? Shoot. Let's just try something out here. Let's bring it out. Put it on. Okay. Wait. Fix this guy. Pathway. Select grid. There you go. Okay, deselect for now. What? What are you talking about? Ah! Terrain? There you go. Now, let's see if we can push this back in without it showing. Actually, we might still be able to get this to the hell. To work. Let's go back to the path. Remove a segment. Terrain. Go back to push. I don't know if that's gonna work. Son of a bitch. How did I do it there? The train only went like halfway, I guess. All right, let's try that then. Right? It didn't go all the way to the edge. And we don't need it to because it'll be covered up. Unless what we do is this. Let's get the end right. And get the end right. We'll do the centerpieces and then it'll work. Okay. Obviously that one's kind of messed up. Oh, I see. Go back to terrain. Push this shit in. This is mighty finicky. Not a huge fan. Okay. Too uneven my butt. Too uneven my butt. Actually, what I will do is undo that bit though. Terrain. We'll go down to like 2. Let's pull it out a bit more. Hopefully just enough. Excuse me. Oh, where's my drink? Gosh darn it. My drink is gone. Somebody stole my drink. Let's push this back. Man, this is supposed to go so much smoother. I thought we'd learn by now. There you go. Although... Sorry. I need my drink. I'm choking here. Good terrain. I think that's generally why. Okay. Back to 2. Gonna push you in. Just a little bit. Yeah, what is it? What's your beef, dude? Actually, if you got some beef, give me. I could go for some nice beef. Okay, yeah, just push you in all the way down there. You might have to take this bit by bit. Yep. I don't want to go too much that you can see the weirdness from the terrain when it kind of dips down. Like, I think we might run into that over there. No, we're actually doing alright. We're doing alright. We're getting there slowly but surely. The end result, though, is gonna be worth it. You're gonna like the way it looks, I guarantee. And if you don't, then you can get the hell out of my store. Go on, get. And don't you come back. Don't you come back. Wait, how does that song go? No, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Alright. Here we go. We're making it happen, Captain. Slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. And don't call me late for dinner. Or, how's the other one go? You can call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Yo. Come on, man. Why you have to be mad? It's only path. There you go. Ah! I am washing my hair. Over and over. Over and over. I know I'm gonna have to, yep. More and more. The further I go, you know, I do less and less. You just have to keep doing it. It's like when you're writing on a chalkboard. It's like in each moment you're like, I'm writing this perfectly straight. I'm writing this perfectly straight. And then you step back for a minute and you're like, oh man, this is very crooked. Okay, we can fix that. Actually, we gotta fix this as well. Just do this now. Go on, get. Here we go. You gotta trust me on this, guys. This is gonna look good. I'm quite confident. I would go to Vegas and bet money on it. Everybody would be like, everything on black, and then I'd be rolling and I'd be like, everything on mouth. Okay. That's good enough for now. So what I'm gonna do here is fix those corners. And then terrain, let's just push that down a little bit so we don't, ah shit. Get the intensity even less. There you go. Fix the little clipping. Bob's your uncle. And Bob is your freaking uncle. And you know what? Bob is a great uncle. We love Bob. We get them? Cool. Cool beans. The support. We gotta fix the support. What's the deal with that? Okay, it's gone. Oh, we gotta fix all that terrain. I'll do that in a minute too. Let's just get rid of these. I don't care if the supports are in... Oh. I see how it is. It's the... I think it's the terrain. What if we just pull it a tiny bit? I think that's gonna screw it up. Yeah. Dang it, Bobby. Is there any way around this? Let's just remove like a good section of this. I might have to come back later and dick around with that. Figure out why it's doing that. But let's quickly try to get in here if the camera wants to cooperate. Ah, shoot, yeah. I'm gonna take a little finesse. There we go. We're slowly getting it. There's so much more to do, though. That's what bothers me. But look, that wood does look nice, man. I think it goes well. Yeah, okay. Just get rid of this bullshit. You know what I could do? That will help it a bit more. Just so we have less to push up. Let's make sure we're not screwing anything up on top. Okay, that's good. That's good. We could undo, but it only undoes so far. Jeez Louise. I don't want to be spending my time doing this. Cleaning up rocks. This honestly looks like giant goopy shit. Just somehow stuck to the ceiling. How did he get it up there? Oh, okay. The camera's spazzing out. Camera. Stop spazzing, dog. Yeah, we'll probably have to come from the other side too, just to see these other corners that I'm clearly missing. Is there a better way to do this? Most likely. Will I be figuring that way out? Not at this point. We're halfway there, baby. Actually, we're probably a little bit more than halfway. Maybe we're not. But we're going faster. So in a way, we're halfway there. Oh, we got an escapee. There we go. We got him. Little floater. Okay, this is like the last couple sections here. And then Bob will be our uncle again. He likes being our uncle, I tells you. I tells you. Oh, now the support's back. You jackass. It was the rock. I see how it is. I can smell what the rock is cooking now. Let's just see this again. Okay, the top is still A-okay. We haven't screwed up the terrain up there. We do have a little bit of a tolerance here. Room for error. And I'm all about that room for error. Because I make them errors. And I need a room to keep them all in. A big one. Okay. Last few corners. Again, I'll figure out these supports. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm not gonna let it ruin my creative juices. I've only got so many creative fruits that I was able to creatively squeeze into creative juices. So now what I'm thinking is, actually, follow me. I'm gonna take one of these. I'm actually gonna take this one because I like the natural wood. And then I'm going to put it let me think about this for a minute. That doesn't quite work. It's actually got to be on the inside. Okay. So this one, we got to move right there so it actually meshes. Gotcha. Duplicate. And we will go to there. Oh, no, I had it right. Yeah, I think you're going to like this. If you don't like it, well, you can get the hell out of my store again. Who let you back in here? Oh, hello. You okay there? There. Now you're fixed. Alright, we're on the home stretch. Nice. So we can raise up the dirt kind of on the inside here. For now, I'm just going to leave it, though. And then, we're going to go to scenery, benches. We'll get the rustic one. I might switch it up, though. Oh, don't give me this horse shit. Wait. I want them to be on the other side of this pathway. Like, oh shit, we can't do it there. We can do it here. Wait, why can we do it on either side here? Oh, I bet it has something to do with the terrain being a jackass. Because of how we've done it. This is not ideal. I want it to be on the other side of the path. Because this is a narrow path. Well, because there's no real attractions and stuff here, there might not be that much foot traffic through here. I mean, obviously there's benches and shit, but there's not going to be shops and stuff here. They'll be, you know, over here or whatever. Darn it. And that one doesn't even want to go there. It's got to be something funky with the terrain underneath that's causing it. So I think I'm going to spend some time off screen. If I could get it on the other side here, I will. But if I have to put it on this side, it'll be okay. And then what we're going to put on this side is just kind of like, you know, a few small rocks, a couple bushes, nothing too crazy and intense, just to give a bit of a buffer. And then let me see though if I can get the terrain. See if we can pull it up a bit. Let's just start with this. I don't want to pull it up, oopsies, too much. Okay. Let's just try and do this. Okay. We're gonna have to reduce the size of this down to like 1. I don't want this slope to extend past this wall. So there might be a bit of an awkward slope on the inside, because I don't know if we can get it to... Oh, shoot. I went a bit too far there. That's okay. I don't necessarily want it to be perfectly flat, but I want it to seem like this is kind of raised a little bit. On the inside, so... You know what, let's just take it to the edge first, and then we'll clean it up from the outside. That's probably gonna be easier. I hope. There we go. Nice and gentle. Oh man, actually we're missing a lot of this shit. Just because it's slower, so I'm not spending as much time raising it as I should be. Doesn't have to be, I don't want it to be perfect. I was gonna say it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. But it's... Oopsies. Yeah, see, I'm not a huge fan of that. Now let's lower this down. See, it kind of dips down a little bit. Honestly, though, if we get some bushes and rocks and all that shit going on, it probably won't even really be too noticeable. I definitely want you to be able to see the wood on the outside, though. That's a bit more of a priority to me than just on the inside. But again, we'll come in later and rough it up a little more sporadically. There we go. That's not bad. I can live with that for now. So then I'm thinking, like, we go with we're not gonna do too much more this episode. Again, I feel weird, but let's try to put in, this is the big oak tree, I think. Big one. I don't want to put it center because that's again, it's just a little too symmetrical. We want this to kind of feel like a slightly naturalized kind of setup. We'll just plunk them right there. And we can get a couple smaller trees on this side. Ooh, I kind of like this maple in the autumn time. But are there some other popular... I'm not feeling it here. This is too formal. I do like the sycamores, actually. Maybe we'll go with like a medium one. Actually, let's go with a smaller one. It's kind of like... Maybe I should have a larger one. I like the idea of being able to see this guy. Oopsies. Though, as you're walking, maybe we'll pull him a bit more this way. Actually, that's ash tree. Ash trees are not bad. Basically, when you're walking down the path, I want you to see a good part of the oak. I don't really want there to be too many other trees, large trees. I want there to be some, though. For... Sneak this guy right in here. I do want some coniferous. I don't know if this guy's gonna be too large. Nah. Put this guy right here, right on the edge. You know, soaking up that golden sunlight. That's why he's so golden. Alpine fir. You could definitely stick another something in here. We'll see. This is kind of like, it's formalized, but, or not formalized, it's kind of naturalized, but I still probably play around with the trees a bit more just to get the right silhouette and all that. Where's this? Yeah, this guy. Just something red. Something red in here. I think we'll actually maybe move you up a bit more then. And in here we'll get a few bushes, some rocks. Yeah, I'll play around with that shit. It just seems like it doesn't feel natural. Maybe there's just too many trees. I don't know. I want it to kind of feel like a little mini forest, though. Maybe there's too much variety. And it's never gonna seem right until we get the bushes and the rocks and stuff too. Okay, well, let's at least fix the rest of this pathway up while I'm thinking of it. Oh, it's doing this tomfoolery again. How do I fix that? Yeah, it puts that weird ass line. And I don't like it. I don't like it, not one bit. And then this one's just not even working. Alright, well, this is something I'm gonna figure it off camera too, probably. It's a few things as we go. I don't want to spend a lot of time just figuring very specific, minute things out. So, for now, I'm not going to. I'll think about this a little bit more. Yeah, this just seems too predictable. I don't know. Maybe it is just too much variety. Definitely want the large oak. So then what I can do, let's just play around a little bit here with the cliff edge idea. Let's pull you up to 5. So what I'm gonna do, pull this up along the edge here. Get you generally there, and then we'll start to do the cleanup. Okay. Yeah, getting close to the end of the scheduled time I have. But I at least want to Do a little bit of that. Oh, yeah, you can see the corner post there. We'll figure it out. How we can hide that a bit better, but... Okay, now push you down a bit more. Actually, pull you up there. I can see a gap. And I actually kind of want to push you in. I want it almost to be like right on the edge. Actually, you know what? Let's do... this has to be smaller though. Let's do this. Oh, it's angled a bit. Oh, geez Louise. It's okay. Bit by bit, baby, bit by bit. I should get that tattooed or something. That is my life, bit by bit. Okay. Actually push you down there. We're gonna paint all this stuff too, so the grass will definitely be gone, and that'll help make it look better. Okay. I guess we'll raise you a little bit on this side. Okay, actually, let's paint it first. Probably gonna place some boulders and shit. Just to help with the transition. Because I suck at sculpting on very small scales. And I feel like I'm probably not alone. I mean, you can do it if you have enough time, but it's like, sometimes it's just easier to place a rock. Alright. I mean, this is too uniform as well. Which is a bit of my beef. It's not quite looking... I think it's not going to really look good until we're pretty much done. It just seems too... Yeah. So I think we're gonna need some rocks. Varying types. We could do deciduous or alpine. Oh, that's a little green. But yeah, we'll I'll play around with it. Maybe this is a what do we call a montageable sort of thing. We can come in here and montage it up, just get that all nice and rocky and whatnot. But and you know what, we might end up pulling up the grass part a bit more. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it just yet. I wonder if we try a different rock. Actually, I like that one even less, I think. Although this one you can see the pattern repeating. That's what I don't really like about it. So maybe if we kind of paint over some of it with this other one. Change up pull it out a bit more. I don't know. I'll think of it. I need to sit back in my own time. And yeah, definitely not going to get to doing the river in this episode. Because once I start, I won't want to stop. Oh, we gotta fix this bullshit again. What in the hibbity hobbity? How did that even happen? How did that even happen? I don't know. It does. But okay, oopsies. Let's take a look. So we've got it framed out. I gotta fix this pathway here. Pathways still not perfect. These supports obviously are ruining the current look, and we gotta fix up the gradient. But I think just structurally, like, this really helps out a lot. We've created another special kind of place in the park, even though it's not done yet. You'll come in here, and then you can just keep walking straight once we finish that pathway, or you can turn right. There'll be some benches down here, some low shrubbery, some bigger foresty stuff going on in there. You can just keep walking along the edge, and look at this though. The sun there, just simple, but it's beautiful. So we'll definitely do that. I mean, I'm thinking more from my user experience. I know that in the game, the AI will be like, oh, who gives a shit? Is there a cosmic cow? If not, then go to hell. But yeah, then they can come back this way. Boom, boom, boom. And I really do like the idea, actually, now that we framed this out. So just imagine the creek kind of trickling down, coming, meandering a little bit, then going through here, and then terminating at a nice little pond. And then I don't know what we'll do there. Well, more trees and stuff, obviously. When in doubt, add trees. But people will be able to look over it from up here or from up here. And I know it's hard to look at it, such an unfinished product and really understand what's going on in my head, but I think if you understand it, that it is indeed unfinished. Yeah. See, like, this is too, like, bleh. But when we get to stuff like this, boom, 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 kind of breaking it up a little bit, it's going to help a lot. And the river or creek or stream, whatever we want to call it. Not sure. Yeah, I got to fix that. That's horseshit. But I'm not sure if I want to have lighting in here. I don't know. You will have to pretend that you could actually have such large trees in such shallow soil. I don't know. Maybe we could. It's an old-ass oak, man. That's old. Alright. But you know what? That's going to have to do it for this episode. Because, well, I just, it's time to go. It's time to go. This is fun, though. This actually came together framework-wise fairly well. Oh, yeah, that's the supports. A lot of little things to fix up. So I'm gonna do, I think, a lot of that just off camera, pathways and such. You don't need to see that, honestly. I'm just gonna sit here for like 4 hours trying to figure out why something isn't working, and then realizing it was a very simple thing. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Let me get a good stretch. Oh, yeah, that's a very awesome stretch. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote. I'm gonna work on that roller coaster. Trust me. Oh man, this is cool too. You can kind of see if you're walking this way, you'll be able to see a little bit. Actually, though, there's gonna be trees and stuff. Maybe you won't, but you'll be able to hear the people. You'll be like, "What's that? What's that?" But then you'll be like, "I don't care. This giant oak is calling my name right now." And you'll come, you'll sit on one of the benches, look at this mountain. You'll look towards the water and then mountains and the sun. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Anyways. Okay. Enough rambling. I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up, and we're going to put our best foot forward in the next episode. Probably creek it up. Hopefully work on that roller coaster if I actually decide to do that for once. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you liked this one. If you did, feel free to click on that like button, the thumbs up. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't be afraid to subscribe if that's your thing. If not, anyways, I hope you have a nice day regardless. I'll see you guys in the next episode, though. Until then, peace out.